Hi there, I'm Chris. I'm the Countryside Range for Truro City Council, and I'm on the Enchanted Trail here in a very boggy, wet winter. This is one of many doors made by John Rowe, a local artist, along with lots of other artwork that's been done throughout the trail, such as Jean McNaughton. And this one's quite personal to myself because it's me and my girlfriend's name on it there. And lots of people come through here and love the fairy doors. But the beauty of this place is the wildlife, and that's why when we first opened up the Enchanted Trail about a year ago now, we were very fortunate to have lots of community input. So we had groups from Spectrum Autism Charity, we had some students from the Duke of Edinburgh Awards through Truro College, we also had some volunteers from St Petrox, and we had lots of community involvement such as John Rowe and Jean, and people have been really enjoying this place and coming down and enjoying the trail. And as we've been cutting the trails back, we've developed some brush piles, habitat piles. So you can see over here, it's sort of a clump of what looks like sticks, but it actually houses lots of insects. They can hibernate, mammals can hibernate in there, or breed in there. Insects can breed and use these habitat piles, and becomes a feeding ground for birds as well. And as you cast your eyes throughout the woodland when you're walking along the trail, try to take in what nature has to offer. And as you look up in the canopy there, you can see the high oak trees rising up. There's some willow there as well, and you'll always see squirrels running around in those high branches, and birds will sort of dot in and around. Common birds in the woodland around here are your grey tits, blue tits. Long-tailed tits are a beautiful sight to see. They're sort of a fluffy little, cute little bird with a long tail on them, and you might see them in groups of 4 or 5. You're very fortunate. Down by the river you might see some kingfishers. There's dippers down there. On an evening when spring comes along, you'll start to see more bats as well. And one of the trees that you'll see throughout the woodland, year round it's got green leaves, is holly. And holly acts as a really good mid-barrier storage tree, and as it grows together in clumps, it forms really good sort of thickets for birds to nest in. So holly in this section here is really thick, and birds will nest in there. And if it was left out in the open in the wild, it would grow up to about 15 metres high. It would grow as a big tree. But within the woodland, this is where it does really well also. And the leaves are really famous because they're used as decoration at Christmas time. And also you get a lot of red berries on these hollies. This one hasn't got it now, it might be a bit late in the season, but birds love to eat these berries. And in spring, the leaves become edible for caterpillars, for moths. And the flower that comes on in spring as well, that's a really good nectar source for insects such as bees and butterflies. And the spikes on the holly trees help protect it. So the smaller trees will be very spiky, but as you see the bigger trees grow, sometimes you might see smoother leaves on the tops especially. And lots and lots of different types of trees to look out for. There's a big grey willow there that's shot up, and willow's amazing in spring. It hosts a lot of nectar for insects as well, and the bark itself can host all sorts of burrowing grounds for insects. Birds like to get in there and nest. They also like to feed on the insects in there as well. And you can hear the birds singing, and cast your eyes above in the high canopy and look out for the wildlife. If you're really fortunate, there's some mammals come through as well. So there's badger sets in here, there are foxes that come through, but also if you keep your eye peeled and you're very lucky and you're really quiet, if you come on a morning, you could see some deer as well. And we have seen deer running along the Enchanted Trail, which adds to the magic.